Every story has value.
Every experience holds a lesson.
And when generations come together, something extraordinary unfolds.
This is the wisdom of Weston.
A celebration of connection, curiosity, and the timeless power of learning from one another.
In our second year, we invite you into the lives of our wise adult community.
Hear stories that shape them.
The wisdom that guides them.
And the timeless power of learning from one another.
Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you for your support of the COA.
This is the wisdom of Weston.
What is one piece of advice that you think everyone should hear?
My advice to you is you are going to be very successful, but there will be times that there will be failure, and failure is not the end. Success is not final and failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts. Nothing is impossible in the dictionary of mankind.
School taught me never to accept someone else's opinion or perspective, but to do the research yourself to find out what you think the truth is.
So how do you think that relates to even now in current day in the world?
Well, the same principle applies.
Mm-hmm.
Do your homework.
Yeah.
Find out what is real and what is being fed to you, and make your own decisions about what you think of those things.
Yeah.
Travel is really important. You really can travel by yourself. I decided a long time ago that if you wait for somebody to find somebody that can travel on your schedule, you could maybe wait forever.
You have to trust yourself first before all others, because your own understanding is far deeper than anything an outsider can have.
Do you have any advice on building and maintaining a successful relationship?
Be dependable. And a second bit of advice, don't be a gossip. I think don't partake in those conversations because they never do anybody any good.
Yeah.
It's important to always be a good listener, never lose your sense of humor, admit when you're wrong. Lastly, don't lie.
People don't really like criticism. Sometimes a suggestion can come out as a criticism too. Say something nice about what they're doing. It always goes farther than criticize or make suggestions.
Being polite, being grateful when people do something for you, being thoughtful. We used to say good selling is good telling. You got to know your product, but you also need to listen. And you need to know what it is that the person needs. And I think sales is a wonderful way to learn to get along with people and establish friendships. You listen to what people need and want, their experiences, and you build from there. So I think listening is the key.
What are you most proud of?
I think that that I was able to have the sense to take whatever opportunities came to me. Life doesn't offer many opportunities, so they're rare. So grab them.
Do you have some important lessons that you've learned or values that have guided you the most?
Networking is certainly a critical thing. You're going to need other people to help you. I think the second thing is, what is your real skill set and how do you develop that? One of the most important skills that one can develop is the ability to make a presentation that's clearly understood and does not talk over or under people. Take a course in accounting. And I cannot emphasize how important that is, because you're going to run across financial statements every place you go in life. And the second part of that is understand what investments are.
Don't worry so much about what other people think. We worry, and we shouldn't. And I think we waste a lot of time
Thinking
doing
about
that.
what other people think about you.
Instead of trying to be in the moment and
Doing
embrace the
what
moment.
makes you happy.
Yes, and what makes you happy. Yes, exactly. Not everyone is nice all the time. It can get a little bumpy, but just be true to yourself.
Your reputation is your most valuable asset. Your asset meaning something that has worth, something that has a lot of value. The second part of that is that the proverb goes, it can take a lifetime to build, but you can lose it very quickly. Life is not easy. You make a lot of mistakes, and if you just work hard and think about constant improvement, that is generally a pretty good recipe for happiness.
What are the most rewarding things about getting older?
Perspective lets you be more mellow and realize that you don't have to be so competitive all the time, and shouldn't anyway, I might add, but I think that's the most important thing, perspective. Being a perfectionist is a hazard. It's not always necessary. I think you don't need to be a perfectionist. Accept the fact you're going to make an error and just learn from it. Understand the task and see when perfection is necessary. And if your heart serves you, perfection is necessary. Right?
If you could go back and reassure your younger self about something that you used to worry about, what would it be?
To trust the universe. There's always a reason that something happens or doesn't happen. Stop doubting and questioning. Trust your gut. That's a fairly compact way of saying trust your own deep knowing and intuition. And that way you will find what you really love to do in life. And do what you really love to do. Don't push it aside because there's an expectation. Listen to your deepest self.
What habits served you the most through life?
Well, I think the biggest one was perseverance, just sticking to your guns. And the other is an intellectual curiosity, which in my business was absolutely essential.
Show up on time and be prepared.
I totally agree.
You need to have some faith that things are going to go well. I think you need to take the opportunities that are set in front of you, and if it's a good fit, go for it, because they might not come back again. I think setting goals is important, even if you don't achieve them. Communication is so important. Keeping yourself moving and keeping your mind engaged, I think, are very important. Important to set a budget if you don't have money, and try to live within your means.
I think the best habits that one can develop have to do with spiritual habits. They have to do with the habit of communicating with our Creator and doing it on a daily basis, really, in some ways. And I think people who do that have a sense of grounding, and they don't get too far from their moorings during their life.
What does a meaningful life look like to you?
To love yourself.
Okay.
Yes. So then you have the strength, you have the ability to influence and to love myself and to be able to love or help others around me. So that's, if I close my eyes, that's always what I was hoping for as a young child.
Mhm.
Like, this makes me happy.
So beautiful.
It is.
How did you recognize your true friends in life?
It starts with my gut. I have a gut reaction to people quite quickly. Like, my husband and I only really knew each other for about 10 days before we decided to get married. So that's the sort of way I trust my instinct in people that I am attracted to, and trust. It's a matter of trust, I think. Here we are 50 years later, still going strong. Really fun talking with you, Matthew. See you around.
Great job, Laura.
Very interesting.
Okay.
I learned a lot. Thank you very much for your time and your advice. And I really appreciate the time that you've spent to share your knowledge with us.
Well, you're more than welcome, and I appreciate the fact that you and your friend took the initiation to get this going, because it's very, very important.
You have to stop worrying about what other people think of you and find your own path in the world.
Don't be afraid to participate. Jump in.
I definitely believe in silver linings. Something worked out for the best.
I think hang out with good people, people you admire and people you'd like to be.
Have confidence in yourself.
Take a little bit more time for the fun things in life.
Be yourself, be honest, be sincere, be hardworking. That's how I've lived my life.